The LK35 is a great pack for bushcraft, and it's very, very popular, and justifiably so. Its cost, it's cheap to buy. The build quality is second to none. It's really, really good quality materials, and the capacity means you've got to think a little bit about what you actually pack. Now for me, that becomes a little bit of a paradox, because sometimes I don't take the pack for just those reasons. The size, or in the winter, the size means I can't put a large sleeping bag inside it. Instead, I have to have it on the top, and I don't particularly like that, especially if I'm moving through woodland where I don't really want anything around my shoulders. Also, the quality of those materials and the build quality comes at a price. The pack, and mine's been modified a little, but I weighed my pack complete and it comes in at 2.6 kilos. And that's quite heavy for a starting weight for a pack. Having looked at my LK35 and looked at the overall pack, I set about thinking what I could change. Well, for me, the obvious choice was the frame. The frame on the existing one is fairly short and it weighs in at 1100 grams, which is pretty heavy. So I designed a lightweight frame that's made from easily available materials. You can get them at most DIY stores, and it only requires a few tools. This is the finished result, and this weighs in at 500 grams. As I said, materials wise, you can buy them all at your local DIY store, and here's a list of them coming up now. Tools for this project, again, here's the list, jot them all down. So once you've got all your materials and your tools together, the next job is to start cutting the pipe. Use your little pipe cutter and cut it into the pieces as shown here. With that done, for the next bit you're going to use your heat gun, and you're going to take the three 30cm pieces, one at a time. You're going to warm up a section about 10 centimetres in from the end, and you just gently play the heat gun over that area until it starts to become soft and flexible. You then use your existing LK35 frame to just bend that over where the existing back frame is already shaped in that way. With one end done, turn the pipe round and do the same again, about 10 centimetres back in from the end, warm it up and then bend it over the frame. With the three pieces bent, what you then do is take your drill and your drill bit one of the pieces, mark the centre point and drill right the way through it. And the other two pieces, mark the centre point, but only drill through one side of the plastic. And you do that on both of those pieces. Once you've done that, then what you're going to do is put together the whole of the frame. Not with glue, okay? At this point you just push fit it all together. So follow the directions as on the diagram that's about to come on the screen and get it all assembled and put together. Once you've got it all assembled and those three back pieces are in place, then what you need to do is take your piece of doweling and measure the distance between the three curved pieces on the back of your frame. Then take it all apart again, make sure that you've got the two that are only have one hole, have the holes facing towards the centre, and the one with a hole that goes through both sides, that's the one that's going to sit in the middle. Now reassemble it, but this time slide the piece of doweling up between just to check that it fits. If you've got it right and you've cut it to the right length, it should sit perfectly in those three holes and it shouldn't rattle at all when you move it. All this piece does is to prevent the backpack from moving inside of those three bars, but also it helps give the whole structure a little bit more rigidity. Your next job is to take it all to pieces. You're going to take your 25 centimetre piece of pipe, of which you have two, and about 10 centimetres or so back from the edge, you're going to warm it up with the heat gun again, and you're just going to put a gradual bend in. And what this bend is going to be is a bend in the frame, and that's going to be angled so it fits in with the shape of your back. With those two pieces warmed up and bent, and it's just a little fraction, you can then start assembling the frame together. What I did with mine is I put the whole thing together, I then took it to pieces, one piece at a time, put some glue in, pushed it back together again. I then moved on to the next piece. What that allowed me to do was to gradually adjust it so that it had no twists or curves. I could check it between each glue fitting. I used super glue. If you use the PVC cement, what that allows you to do is stick the whole thing together, get it to the right shape, and then allow it to set. Either way, the result is the same. What you should end up with is quite a sturdy frame that doesn't twist or creak. It does have a little bit of flexibility to it, and is plenty strong for the task that it's required to do. Once your frame's all dried and it's nice and solid and sturdy, then all you've got to do then is use your insulation tape, and I completely wrapped mine, and that's really just to get rid of the white colour. You could spray it, but spray paint tends to scratch off quite easily, whereas tape doesn't, and if it does come off you can just reapply tape. You don't have to use insulation tape, you could use sniper tape or duct tape, anything you like. So with the frame all assembled, you've got one last thing to do, and that is to actually turn our attention to the bag itself. Now those two bits of webbing All you need to do is stitch those into place, and one forms a grab handle to go on the top so you can pick the rucksack up. The other, that's going to give you 3 small channels, and those channels are what you're going to pass your shoulder straps through. That will also go around the frame, so it holds the whole lot nice and solid together. Doesn't require very much in the way of sewing skills. All you need to be able to do is find a sewing machine that does a zigzag pattern, and you just do that repeatedly over that section. The width of those channels, probably about 30 millimeters between each channel, and that should give you the right distance between them, if you're using the 2 outside ones, for your shoulder straps to be the right distance apart. So this is the frame. Not only is this one lighter than the original LK35 frame, this one only comes in at 500 grams, but also it retains the airspace at the back. We've used the bent pipes to do that. We've also made the addition of a small shelf on the base, and that's somewhere you can stash a sleeping bag, a roll mat, a blanket, anything you like, and it's all held securely on the frame. The other thing with this frame, as well as being lightweight, unlike the steel original one, this one is slightly flexible and slightly more forgiving, so as you bend, it bends a little too. You've got the money for that. Have a go at making one of these. As I said at the beginning, they don't take very long, probably do the whole thing in a couple of hours. It doesn't cost very much, all the tools are easily available, and while yeah, we can spend lots of money on kit and we can go out and buy the latest and the best and the Gucciest and the lightest, there's nothing quite like the sense of satisfaction you get from making something and then going out and using it in the field. That is absolutely priceless. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then hit that like button, share it, share out this video and my page to anyone you know and anyone you think will enjoy having a go at this. As always, if you haven't, subscribe to the channel. And one other thing I'll mention, if you want more details on this or any of the other projects, or you would like me to come and actually teach you how to do any of the skills that are featured in my videos, then email me at my email address at the end of the video, and I can always set up bespoke programs and bespoke courses for groups, individuals, organisations, etc. My name's Neil, and as always, till next time, stay safe.